The nominee to become the next Secretary of Health and Human Services. 4 hours, Jake, of pretty tough questioning, especially from several of the Democrats, including the ranking Democrat Patty Murray, Al Franken, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. Tough questions on whether he violated ethics rules by purchasing stock and then getting involved in specific legislation that potentially could have helped that stock.
That's right. Viewers might remember there was a book several years ago called Extortion by Peter Schweizer, who went on to write the book Clinton Cash, talking about how members of Congress often would learn things through their job and then trade stock, make money off of that knowledge. There was a law that was passed subsequently called the Stock Act, but it had to actually prove insider trading. It didn't actually ban the general practice of members of Congress dealing in stocks that they have oversight over. Manu Raju, obviously, earlier this week talked about a story about this device, this medical device. It was roughly about $2,000 in terms of how much money Tom Price might have made. But the bigger issue, I think, is whether or not he, as somebody who was on the Ways and Means Committee, dealt with stocks that his committee had some sort of role and oversight over. There's a difference, of course, between what's legal and what's ethical, and Congressman Price very strongly saying he did nothing unethical, he did nothing untoward, he was transparent, he shared all this information. But as President-elect Trump comes to Washington and begins the process of trying to, quote-unquote, drain the swamp, this is an issue that will be of interest to voters, not just with Congressman Price, possibly Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services Price, but also just going forward with members of Congress. Should they be allowed to traffic in and make money and trade stocks if they have oversight over those stocks and maybe are getting information that the rest of the public wouldn't know?